Hang on, it's comedy time. A hilarious mix of short, fast, funny featuring today's hottest comics. Get ready, because time flies when you're having funny.
Hi, I'm Rob F. Martinez, and you're probably asking yourself, Rob, how did you get so smooth with the ladies? What's my secret? Comedy time. 3 times a day, every day, keeps me on top of my game. Don't believe me? Watch this next comedian. See if reciting one of these zingers doesn't get you a Facebook friend request.
It sucks having a lazy eye as a guy, because it'll get me in trouble sometimes. I'm at a bar, club, just trying to have a good time. Some guy will get in my face all aggressive, like, dude, bro, you looking at me? I'm like, no. I mean, maybe. I could have been. I'm really not sure. I had to wear an eye patch when I was a kid for the lazy eye. You guys familiar with this? They make you wear a patch over your strong eye so that your weak eye has to work harder. It's supposed to get stronger. So I had to come home every day after school in elementary school and wear this eye patch for like 4 hours. I hated it. It could have been kind of fun, like a pirate eye patch or something kind of cool. No, it was just a big Band-Aid, right? That sucks. Plus very confusing for the other neighborhood kids, because I'm running around, I got this Band-Aid on my face. They're like, what's wrong with your eye? I'm like, that's the one that works. That's terrible. We wouldn't do that with any other weakness. We would never take some poor kid with like a club foot and be like, oh, hey, little Billy, here's what we're going to do for you, big guy. We're going to take that good leg and tie it up behind your back. Yeah. That way you can hop around on that nub for a couple hours every day. It's bound to strengthen up. You'll be playing hopscotch in no time. But you know what? It's like I've always said, whatever doesn't kill you will only make you weaker and easier to kill. Yeah. I was not a tough kid growing up. I was kind of a late bloomer. I went off with a wrestling team in high school. I thought that would help toughen me up, because wrestling is a very tough sport. Although, as it turns out, least toughest uniform. A couple of people familiar with the singlet, as it's actually called, or as my mom used to refer to it, your onesie. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ma, as if I don't have enough self-esteem issues already. As a 100-pound high school freshman with a lazy eye, gonna refer to my uniform as a onesie. Hey, that's awesome. Maybe we could sew some footies on the bottom. That'd be good. I just never understood that uniform for that sport, right? You're playing hockey, football, you're practically wearing armor. I'm competing in a full contact sport. The only thing they're giving me equipment-wise to protect my most vulnerable area is a thin layer of spandex. But hey. Let's go ahead and make sure those ears are well protected. Right, guys? Yeah. God forbid you take a knee in the ear. Imagine that. Oh, great. Now I won't be able to hear the children I'll never have. That's...
Hi, I'm Kirk Zipfel, and you're watching Comedy Time. I'll tell a story song, but I only got 10 seconds to do it, so here we go. I got married 3 years ago, and now I have 3 kids. That's pretty much it.
The thing that I don't get is the arguments against gay marriage, because honestly, if they outlawed straight marriage, dudes would be dancing out the door. Just like, sorry, honey, I gotta go. It's the law. Can you imagine the newscast? Like, straight marriage is now illegal. Really? Free at last, free at last. In other news, antidepressant sales are down. Is there a correlation? I don't know. I saw some guy in the news arguing about gay marriage, this big fat hilljack in a Confederate flag shirt. He's going, if we let guys start getting married, people are going to start marrying animals and appliances. Where do you draw the line? How about just before animals and appliances? Seems reasonable. Plus, I could never marry an appliance, ever. They're too high maintenance. I don't know how to turn them on, and usually they're so loud, I can't even hear the television. You know what, in hindsight, I think my wife's an appliance, actually, now that I said that out loud. So I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you, two people. Lovely city, tourism's down. My guess, murder. We kill a lot of people there. The best thing about being from Detroit is we have our own anthem, which is Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. So anytime you're in a bar anywhere and that song comes on, you just hear, "This the city boy," and everybody's like, "Born and raised in South Detroit." But the very next line to that song is, "Took a midnight train going anywhere." Anywhere. Like, how's that for hometown pride? Where's this train going? Who cares? Grab the luggage. It's better than this hellhole. Run. My wife and I have a house there. We have a place here. It's nice. It's nice to be with my wife. It's nice to find the person you want to spend your life with. It is, because you gotta date a lot of crazy people to find that person, don't you? Like, I dated a girl who broke up with me, then sent me photos of her in bed with another guy, which made awesome Christmas cards for her parents. So sweet. They just said ho, ho, ho. It was awesome. I don't drink anymore. I used to drink a little bit too much. I used to drink so much I'd have to identify what happened the night before by the stains on my shirt. Like, I ate some tacos, drank some Jaeger, and I'm only wearing one sock, so I know either I wiped with it or wore a really woolly condom. That's all I can do. And I get to be designated driver a lot now, which sucks. And I found out in high school you can get in trouble being a designated driver. My brother and I were at White Castle, 4 in the morning, and my brother was just hammered in shotgun in my car. And we had ordered a briefcase of hamburgers called the Crave Case. And as we're pulling out, like all good drunks, my brother notices a prostitute. So he just starts hucking cheeseburgers at her, which is hilarious. He's just hanging out the window. "How much for a quickie, pap?" And I was just dying laughing right up until she pulled out her badge. It was an undercover cop. The look on my dad's face. When the prosecuting attorney read, "Would you bang us both for extra cheese?" I'm proud of you kids. We got arrested for soliciting sex. Get this though, we got off because cheeseburgers aren't technically money. How else is that?
Hey, I'm Sunah Bilsted for Comedy Time. I am such a big fan of this next comic. So much so that just me introducing them might violate the terms of the restraining order.
I was on the elliptical machine at the gym. I go to the gym about twice a year. So I was on the elliptical, and it asks you for your age. And like one day I had to, I was 29, and then the next day it's like, oh, I'm 30. Like, that's crazy. I have to enter in that I'm 30. So now I just say that I'm 39. Because I figure if I'm going to have to suffer being in my 30s, I can at least lower the machine's expectations. What I can accomplish, Say, hey, go easy on me. I'm pushing 40 here, all right? No hills. Starting to make a lot of corny old man jokes, too. Like, that's really sad. Like I went clothes shopping, and I come out of the dressing room with a new shirt on. The salesman goes, what do you think? And I'll point to my wife and go, I don't know, I gotta ask the boss. Like, whose uncle am I all of a sudden? That's not good. I think the problem is, it's like I think I'm doing like an ironic impression of a creepy old guy, but the people in the store don't know that. They just think you are a creepy old guy. Like, if you walk up to 2 little girls and go, "Are you for sale?" Like, they don't like that. They drag you out of the store. It's not good. Don't recommend it.
I started waking up early too. That's another old guy thing. Like I don't like staying out at night. I like waking up early in the morning. And I've noticed other people wake up early in the morning and they start to brag about it. And sometimes they didn't even wake up that early. Like a friend of mine, he goes, oh my God, I got up so early this morning. I got up at like 6:30 a.m. Yeah, I was so exhausted. All I could do was just lie in bed for an hour and watch TV until I fell back to sleep. And I was like, yeah, you did not get up early. You slept restlessly. That's what we call that. I don't know how far we're going to let people take that one, you know? Like, oh, got up so early this morning. I got up at like 3:30 a.m. Yeah, I was so exhausted. All I could do was just pee and then take a 7-hour nap. That's how my day started. Imagine how out of it I am. Did recently move here from New York. I had to buy a car. I didn't own a car in New York. Went to a few different car dealerships to check them out. And they all say the same thing. They'll pick out something about the car, like the engine, and they'll go, only 2 cars have this engine. And it's always that car and a really expensive sports car. Those are the 2 cars that have that engine, like the Porsche 911. They always pick there's only 2 cars that have this engine. It's this and the Porsche 911 for some reason. And it made me wonder, like, what happens if you go to the Porsche dealership, you know? Are they like, only 2 cars have this engine. It's this and the Hyundai Accent. I don't know why. I don't know why we gave them the technology. We should have kept that one for ourselves.
Hey, it's stand-up comic Aurelio Miguel Bocanegra. Say that 10 times fast. Well, fortunately, the next comic doesn't have a big name like mine to pronounce, only big laughs. I hope you're ready, because here we go.
Ladies, are you ever like out with your girlfriends? It's girls' night. Let's take 2 hours to get ready. And then when we're out, let's not talk to anybody. Nobody knew, no, nobody. This is what we do. This is what ladies do. I had a girlfriend of mine, she's Japanese American, and she's the best, but she had like this off night. She's like, if any guys talk to us, I'm not feeling it, okay? If any guys talk to us, can you just pretend we don't speak any English? Because I'm a supportive friend, yeah. So this guy comes up, hey, what's up? I'm John. John, I don't speak any English. But I hear from behind me, he's like, Chuck, get over here! Come on! These girls don't speak any English, let's go! Crap. So when I turn back around, it's like, I love Mount Fuji. Huh? Sushi. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Do you know how hard it is to pretend you don't speak English? Like, I am watching this for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm like, God, what did I do? I was like, the only way I know how to end it, I was like, oh no, John, someone was saying, John, I have male genitalia. Try that out, ladies. Try that out. It's good stuff.
To be honest with you, it's my break right now, so, do whatever you want. But after you watch this next comic, you better be here when I get back.
I don't know sign language, and I doubt you do either, but you know that this means hello. I think that's interesting. We can communicate so much with our hands, and none of us speak sign language, We know this is hello, peace, hang loose, live long and prosper, you rock, she rocks too much. Every finger means something. Do you realize that? We're number one. He went that way. Was he a big guy? No, he wasn't that big of a guy. You got this one in the middle. That one will start some problems, right? If you don't like my material, you'll see that later. Then you got this one. It's kind of this dead, lifeless finger that can't get up all the way. Just wedding ring. Let's put a wedding ring on this dead, lifeless finger that won't get up anymore. I love the thumb, though. The thumb is the best. Bill Clinton was a master of the thumb. Not for the reason that you're thinking. But before Bill Clinton, politicians would point when they talked, and it was very abrasive, They'd be like, read my lips, no new taxes. You're like, ugh, it's too much. Clinton figured you could give a speech, use your thumb, it softens everything up, You could say anything, like, I want to put my pee-pee in your face. Please, let me put my pee-pee in your face. I love the thumb, because it says so much, all the obvious ones like, I like it, I don't like it, I need a ride. Subconsciously, the thumb is amazing, because you can tell people what you're about with your thumb. Like, I'm a regular guy, right? So when I walk, my thumb is straight ahead. Regular dude, my thumb is straight out, right? But you start turning that thumb inward, you go from being a regular dude to being a bad mamma jamma. Look at that dude, oh! That's a tough son of a bee right there. Then you turn that thumb the other way around, you go from being a bad man to hello. Oh my, how are you doing?
Ever find yourself wanting the rush of going to a comedy club but don't want to leave your couch? Man, you're lazy. Lazy in our target demographic. Thanks for watching Comedy Time. Comedy Time.
Anybody got a favorite bathroom at work? You work on the second floor, you go to the 8th floor to use the restroom. Anybody got that going on? They're sending out memos like, who is the phantom doo-doo on the 8th floor? Somebody is doo-dooing running on the 8th floor. Because you make it feel bad because you already don't want to go when you're not at home. You ever almost make it out and somebody walks in like, good God Almighty. Then you got to pull the door back shut like, oh my God. They know I'm in here. I was sitting there one time and the guy walked through and looked through the crack at me. You know how hard it is to use the bathroom with your arm in front of your face? Not supposed to catch eye contact in here. You ever had diarrhea so bad you call in? Anybody ever did that? I'll set my alarm clock so I can call in before somebody get there. I don't want to talk to nobody live at the job. Call in at like 2:45 in the morning. Black people, we got to stop letting people hype us up at work. We too passionate. Whatever they want yelled out, they whisper to us. That's what they do. They come by like, we got to work Saturdays for the next 9 months. What do black people? Oh no, I ain't working on Saturday. Then people walk by, I'm so glad you said something. I'm so glad you spoke up. Because there's always an older black lady that don't want to eat the potluck dinner or something, isn't it? When they look at the little spread, she's like, ain't nobody eating this mess. I'm so glad you said something. They do it because they know we stupid like that. People cut in line at the store, they look at the black person like, say something. And we stupid enough. It's the line back here. I'm so glad you said something.
What's up? You're watching Comedy Time. Sometimes great comedians come out of nowhere. Seriously, we found this next guy off the street. Hope he's funny.
That's why China's gonna win, because they make the stuff we can't live without. I can't live without a DVR. My cable box records it. I skip the commercials. It saves me so much time. Not having to watch the commercials, I watched the entire last season of 24 in 16. I haven't seen a commercial in 3 years, which is great. Right up until you're walking down the aisles of the grocery store, going, what is this crap? I think I saw video game flavored Doritos. I don't understand. What does that taste like? And what the hell is a Swiffer? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word means. There's no picture on the box. Is it for your face or your butt? Where does that go? There's a 3-foot handle, I could guess. I don't... All I know about the Swiffer is at the dollar store, they have a knockoff version called Swiffer. Swiffer, please. I don't even know what the motto means. Damn it. I love the dollar store. It's where I saw the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Back me up if you've seen it, right there at the checkout counter. The dollar store pregnancy test. At the counter, as an impulse purchase. Who's ever got up there with their $8 armload of crap? Oh, that's what I forgot. Now, who's gonna trust $1's worth of chemistry? Nobody. It's gonna turn yellow, that's it. You could pee on anything in your house and get the same level of accuracy. I don't think there's anything to whiz on in that box. I think what you get for $1 is a written pregnancy test. A quiz. Couple of questions and a miniature golf pencil. All right, question number 1. Were you drunk last night? Yep. Question number 2. Were you using the dollar store birth control? Hey, hon, didn't you say those pills tasted like Tic Tacs? Yep. 1 + 2, carry the 3, divide by 4. You pregnant? Ha, made in China. Ah, crap. We're having a Chinese baby. All right, thank you very much.